mentally, physically, and spiritually, and I just feel like I'm really there.
If you are over 50 years of age and you want to know whether you can still build muscle, the answer is yes. I can show you.
If you're over the age of 50 and wondering whether building muscle is still possible, the answer is simple: absolutely yes. Not only is it possible, but with the right approach, you can stay strong, athletic, and energetic for decades to come. And few people prove that better than Labrada. Now in his late 60s, Labrada still moves, trains, and carries himself like a man decades younger. At an age when most people slow down, he continues to lift weights, perform full workouts, and maintain a physique that would turn heads in any gym. His movements are sharp, controlled, and pain-free, something many former athletes can't say. What makes this even more impressive is that Lee never relied on flashy equipment or complicated routines. His philosophy has always been simple: if you have basic weights and a clear purpose, you can build an incredible body. As he likes to say, where there's a will, there's always a way. Labrada's story begins in Havana, Cuba. As a child, he immigrated to the United States, and during his teenage years, he discovered bodybuilding. What started as curiosity quickly became passion. Over time, that passion turned into one of the most successful professional bodybuilding careers of his generation. He went on to win the IFBB Mr. Universe title in 1985 and placed in the top 4 at the Mr. Olympia competition for 7 consecutive years, a level of consistency that few athletes ever achieve. But for Lee, those victories were never just about trophies. They were about discipline, structure, and long-term thinking. Today, Lee often says that while he may have gained years, he wouldn't trade his experience for anything. That mindset is the foundation of his longevity. According to Labrada, the human body is a machine. If you fuel it with quality nutrition, train it intelligently, and maintain it consistently, it will serve you well for a very long time. But neglect it, abuse it, or rush the process, and it will break down far sooner than most people expect. That's a powerful idea, especially in a world where we're constantly rushing, multitasking, and rarely thinking about the long-term consequences of our daily habits. So how does Labrada stay youthful, strong, and functional well into his late 60s? It comes down to 3 core longevity principles. The first principle is training smart instead of chasing heavy weights. Even during his competitive years, Lee was known for his precise technique and strict form. While others focused on lifting as much weight as possible, Lee focused on execution, control, and the mind-muscle connection. He never trained to impress anyone in the gym. Every repetition had a purpose. Every set was designed to stimulate muscle, not feed the ego. That approach protected his joints and allowed him to train pain-free for decades. Many athletes who pushed maximal weights in their 20s now struggle with knee, shoulder, and back problems. Lee, on the other hand, can still train hard because he respected his body early on. The second principle is consistent protein intake. Labrada firmly believes that muscle is the currency of aging. The more muscle you maintain, the better your strength, balance, metabolism, and quality of life. Even today, he eats multiple meals per day, each containing a solid amount of protein. He emphasizes spreading protein evenly throughout the day instead of relying on one large serving at dinner. Most people his age eat very little protein early in the day and wonder why they lose muscle over time. Without enough protein, muscle loss is inevitable, no matter how often you exercise. The third principle is cardio for heart health. Unlike many bodybuilders who only use cardio to burn fat, Lee views it as essential maintenance for longevity. When he was competing, cardio helped him get lean. Now, it keeps his heart strong and his energy levels high. He performs moderate-intensity cardio several times a week using low-impact methods like incline walking, cycling, or the elliptical. He's not trying to run marathons. He's simply keeping the engine clean and running smoothly. Nutrition plays just as big a role as training, and there are 4 foods Labrada eats consistently. Eggs are the foundation of his mornings. He typically eats a combination of egg whites and whole eggs every day. Eggs provide one of the highest quality protein sources available, rich in leucine, which is critical for muscle preservation as we age. The yolks also deliver essential nutrients like choline for brain health, vitamin D for bones, and healthy fats for hormone balance. After decades of daily egg consumption, Lee's cholesterol levels remain excellent, and his energy stays high. Chicken breast is his go-to protein for later meals. It's lean, easy to digest, and packed with protein without unnecessary fat or carbohydrates. While some people get bored eating chicken regularly, Lee sees food as fuel and simply changes seasoning to keep things enjoyable. For carbohydrates, sweet potatoes are his top choice. They provide steady energy without blood sugar crashes and are rich in fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. Lee prefers them especially after workouts, when his body needs to replenish energy stores. Green vegetables are non-negotiable. Every single day, he eats generous portions of greens like broccoli, spinach, asparagus, or green beans. These vegetables provide fiber, antioxidants, and micronutrients that support recovery, digestion, and long-term health. On the flip side, there are 3 foods Lee Labrada avoids entirely. Processed sugar and refined carbohydrates are at the top of that list. Sugary snacks, sodas, pastries, and white bread cause insulin spikes, inflammation, fat storage, and accelerated aging. According to Lee, there's simply no upside to them. He also avoids fried foods and trans fats. These damaged fats increase inflammation, clog arteries, and speed up joint and skin aging. Many countries have banned trans fats altogether, and Lee believes avoiding fried foods is essential for long-term health. Finally, he stays away from alcohol. Lee views alcohol as a toxin that interferes with recovery, hormone production, sleep quality, and fat metabolism. While many people worry about social pressure, he's found that most people don't care whether you drink or not, and waking up feeling great is worth far more than a temporary buzz. At this stage of life, Lee trains 5 days per week with a focus on maintenance, joint health, and functionality. His routine includes chest and triceps, back and biceps, legs, shoulders and abs, and a full body circuit day. Cardio is included throughout the week, and weekends are reserved for active recovery, walking, and stretching. He's shifted more toward dumbbells and cables because they're easier on the joints. The goal now isn't destruction, it's stimulation. Lee Labrada is living proof that aging doesn't mean decline. With smart training, disciplined nutrition, and consistent habits, it's possible to stay strong, lean, and energized well into your later years. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into legendary physiques, longevity, and lifestyle secrets. This is Hollywood Unfolded, and we'll see you in the next one.